Hartman here at North Orange County Martial Arts. Have Dolan on the camera. My friend Chris here is going to help us out with this lesson. So we're going to talk about side control. We're not really going to go into, go ahead and lay on your back, head facing that way. We're not going to go too much into the whole technique in terms of how we got there. What we're going to work on is we're going to talk about positioning and how to really be effective from this position. Because the reality is this, once I get in this position here, so this is how a lot of people teach cross sides. So let's have your head on the ground just for right now. I want to have my knee up by his ear, trapping this arm, immobilizing it. All right, and I also want to have this knee down by his hip right here, so I'm immobilizing his movement that way. I'll restrict his movement by having my arm under his head, and then I will gable grip this way. Now I like to do this because occasionally you'll get a big, strong guy, and he might try to bridge me that way. So, Chris, go ahead and just slowly bridge that way. So, no, towards that side. So you're trying to roll me over onto my head. Yes. Get a big, strong guy. He'll do that. I want to be able to block with my hand. We call this a windshield wiper. So what I want to talk about is securing this position. Right now, I can put a lot of pressure. Do you feel pressure?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so he's feeling pressure. I'm squeezing. I'm pushing down on him. It's not fun. So I don't want to be down here because if he bridges, go ahead and bridge violently. No, not to the side, just straight up. It makes me lose position. But if I have my body positioned up this way, go ahead and bridge, there's less significance in his bridge. And if he really gets violent, go ahead and bridge again. I just hold my hand on his hip and it keeps him from pushing me up. So now we're gonna go for our submission. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully pull this arm out and snake it across his neck. Now sometimes they'll cross face, but some guys can take that and you'll make him mad. So what I wanna do is I wanna get him a little bit more frustrated. So see how he starts to push with his hand? He doesn't like this feeling, that's why he's making that face, but the reality is he can't push it off. Next thing he goes to do, relieve pressure, he's gonna pull. As he pulls, I follow him down with my head. Not just my hand, with my head. And I lock this down. Now I can regroup. My good friend Kyle showed me, you put 2 fingers on the hand, 2 on the wrist, and grab your own wrist. This prevents him from being able to straighten his arm easily. If I'm here on the wrist, go ahead and straighten your arm. He can straighten his arm. If I'm here on the hand and the wrist, go ahead and straighten the arm. It's much more difficult, especially if I get the hand going this way. Now do it. It's almost impossible. Now, I'm not gonna worry about doing this. I'm gonna bring his elbow to his rib cage. I don't have to lift and he taps. You saw that. I just bring the elbow in, he taps. If for some reason he's super flexible, I'll drop this hip to the ground and I'll use my body to roll up. Okay, so I know this is kind of long and detailed, so go ahead and rewind, watch it over and over again. Thank you, Chris, for being my uke. Jeff Hartman here at North Orange County Martial Arts. Thank you, Dolan, for filming. And stay tuned for more of our Brazilian Jiu Jitsu tips, as well as our close quarter combat techniques as well, because those are very, very valuable. All right,